I've been running my CFO and remote bookkeeping company for over 7 years now, and honestly, I thought I had everything figured out. And then ChatGPT dropped, and suddenly I felt like I was back in school trying to keep up with everyone else. New AI tools dropping every single day, everyone claiming to be an expert. The more I searched for answers, the more confused I got. Here's what I discovered after months of diving deep into AI, testing every tool I could find, and completely transforming how I run my business. The problem isn't that AI is too complicated to learn. The problem is you're drowning in information instead of taking action. So today I'm going to walk you through my exact system to go from AI beginner to AI pro, even if you've never used anything more advanced than the basic ChatGPT. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap that actually works. Let me tell you about my clients here. She runs a marketing agency and was obsessed with staying on top of every new AI tool. She had subscriptions to 12 different platforms, spent hours watching tutorials, and could give you probably a detailed breakdown of each tool's features. But when I looked at her business metrics, her productivity had actually decreased over 6 months. Why? Because Sarah was suffering from what I call tool paralysis. She was so busy learning about AI that she forgot to actually use it to grow her business. She was researching instead of implementing. Most entrepreneurs think they need to master every tool that comes out. And the reality is that you're struggling because you're spreading yourself too thin. You think you'll fall behind if you don't try everything. Success comes from mastering the fundamentals with a few powerful tools rather than dabbling with dozens. Instead of trying to be everywhere at once, you need to build deep expertise in the tools that actually move your business forward. Most business owners fail from analysis paralysis, not from missing out on the latest shiny object. So here's my 4-step process for choosing your AI toolkit. Step number 1, audit your daily tasks. Grab a piece of paper right now. Write down everything you do in a typical day that sucks your energy. I'm talking about the stuff that makes you think, oh, I can't believe I'm still doing this manually. Things like writing emails, creating content, analyzing data, scheduling appointments, whatever it is. Step number 2, group similar activities. So look at your list and find patterns. Maybe you spend 2 hours every day writing emails to clients, or you spend time every week creating social media posts. Group these similar tasks together because one AI tool can usually handle multiple related activities. Step 3, choose 2 tools per task group. For each group of tasks, pick exactly 2 AI tools. Why 2? Because you need options to find what feels natural to you. Maybe ChatGPT writes emails in a way that sounds too robotic for your style, but Claude sounds more human. Test both, pick your favorite, and stick to it. Step number 4, commit to 7 days. This is where most people fail. They try a tool for 30 minutes, it doesn't work perfectly, and they give up. Commit to using your chosen tool for 7 straight days. Yes, you'll get frustrated. Yes, it won't be perfect at first. Yes, you'd probably be tempted to throw your laptop away. But AI gets better every single week, and more importantly, you get better at using it. Step number 5, make it a habit. Here's my secret weapon: habit stacking. Find something you already do every single day without fail. So for me, drinking my morning coffee. So I made a rule: no coffee until I've used AI for at least 3 tasks. Now using AI is as automatic as brushing my teeth. I've already used AI 31 times today and it's not even noon. That's the power of building systems instead of relying on motivation. Here are some examples of AI tools that most business owners don't even know that they exist. The Sales Call Analyzer. You can upload your sales call recordings and ask, analyze these calls and identify the exact words and phrases that correlate with closed deals versus lost opportunities. The other one is the Employee Performance Optimizer. Based on our team performance data and project outcomes, identify which employees should be assigned to which types of projects for maximum productivity. The Cash Flow Predictor. You would just ask, analyze our historical cash flow patterns and create a current pipeline of predicted cash flow for the next 6 months and recommend optimal timing for major investments. The next thing you need to do is to master the art of prompting. The other day, I watched my neighbor try to use ChatGPT. He typed, "Hey AI, what's the weather tomorrow?" Then he looked at me like he just made a biggest discovery. I'm thinking, that's like using a Ferrari to check your mailbox. You need to understand the most critical principle that separates AI pros from beginners. Garbage in, garbage out. Most people fail with AI because they give it terrible inputs and expect magical outputs. It's like hiring a world-class chef, but only giving them expired ingredients and expecting a 5-star meal. Here's what I mean. Last month, a client asked me to help them optimize their pricing strategy. Their first attempt with ChatGPT was typing, "Help me price my services better." The response was generic, useless advice that could apply to any business. Then I showed them how to do it right. We uploaded their complete client database, competitor pricing research, cost analysis, and customer feedback surveys. The prompt became, "Act as a pricing strategist who has optimized revenue for 200 plus service businesses. Based on this comprehensive data, analyze your current pricing gaps, identify our highest value service combinations, and recommend a new pricing strategy that maximizes profit while maintaining client satisfaction." The difference was night and day. The first attempt, it gave him blog post level advice. The second gave them a detailed pricing strategy that increased their average project value by 34% within 60 days. AI is only as smart as information you feed it. If you give it surface level inputs, you'll get surface level outputs. But if you provide comprehensive context, specific expertise requirements, and detailed objectives, AI becomes like having a team of senior accountants working around the clock. Here's my 4-part prompting formula that turns you into a prompt engineering pro. So first, the role. Always start by telling AI what role you to play. Don't just say act as an accountant. Say act like a forensic accountant who specializes in construction companies and has 20 years of experience. The more specific you get, the better the output. Then give context. Everything it needs to know. If you want help with financial planning, for example, upload your bank statements, investment accounts, tax return. The more context you provide, the more personalized and useful the advice becomes. Then comes the command. You gotta be crystal clear about what you want. Don't just say, "Help me with my finances." Say, "Create a 12-month cash flow projection. Show me exactly when I'll have cash flow problems and what I need to do to avoid them." And then choose the format. This is where most people mess up. Specify exactly how you want the output. Do you want it in a list, spreadsheet, a report, a simple email? AI can create any format you want, but you have to ask for it. Here are a couple other prompts that I have used in the past to yield great results. The revenue leak audit. Copy this prompt. Act as a seasoned business consultant who has helped 500 plus companies increase profitability. I'm going to upload my last 6 months of financial statements, customer data, and operational metrics. Identify the top 3 revenue leaks in my business and provide specific action steps to fix each one within 30 days. The competitor intelligence system. Use this prompt. Act as a competitive intelligence analyst for Fortune 500 companies. Analyze my 5 top competitors, website pricing strategies, and marketing approaches. Create a detailed report showing gaps in their offerings that I can exploit, plus 3 specific strategies to differentiate my business. Next one is the customer retention predictor. Try this. Act as a data scientist specializing in customer lifetime value. Analyze my customer purchase patterns, support tickets, and engagement data. Predict which customers are likely to churn in the next 90 days and create retention campaign for each segment. Here's a bonus tip that's pure gold. After you get a result you love, ask AI this question. Write the prompt that would have gotten me to this result faster. It will literally teach you how to communicate with it more effectively. Then you need to create a learning system. Schools are failing our kids when it comes to AI. They're literally punishing students for using the most powerful learning tool ever created. It's like banning calculators and forcing kids to do long division by hand when everyone in the real world uses calculators. I've been teaching my kids AI. They use it for creative projects, research, problem solving, and some people say, but they won't learn to think for themselves. That's like saying we shouldn't let people use Google because they won't learn how to memorize a book. AI is the next evolution of how we access information. Before the internet, if you wanted to learn something, you had to walk to the library, find the right book, and hope it had you answer. The internet brought that information to your computer. AI brings that information directly to your conversation. Once you stop learning, you start dying. So here is my AI learning system that keeps you ahead of the curve. First, daily consumption. Feed your algorithm. Your social media feed should be feeding your mind, not rotting it. Here's what I do. I open Instagram and I search for AI accounting, AI construction, or whatever your industry is. Then I comment FYP on videos that teach me something useful. This tells me the algorithm to show me more content like this. Within a week, your entire feed becomes a personalized AI education system. So instead of watching dense videos, you are learning cutting-edge techniques from people who actually are using AI in your field. Monthly tool audits. Every month, go back to your original task list from stage 1. Ask yourself, what can AI do today that it couldn't do 3 months ago? The capabilities are evolving so fast that tools that didn't exist last quarter might solve your biggest problems today. Quarterly events, you gotta network and learn. Find AI-focused events in your industry. If your industry conference doesn't have an AI track, I'd be very worried. These events are where you meet potential partners, vendors, and clients who are also embracing AI. The goal isn't just to learn, it's to build relationships with other people who are thinking about the future instead of clinging to the past. Here's a bonus tip. You know how a lot of times you are talking with ChatGPT for a while to get the exact information that you need? Well, I wanted ChatGPT to research everything online about a specific topic and then write me a full book. I kept chatting with it and finally got to the output that I needed. So I asked ChatGPT to create the system prompt to build a detailed structure from all the work. The trick is simple. Shape the AI output until it's perfect, then ask it to write the system prompt. Now you have a template to copy and reuse forever. There are only 3 core human advantages that AI cannot replace: strategic intuition, quality judgment, and authentic relationships. So the intuition part is your ability to sense market shifts before they're obvious and position your business accordingly. AI can process data, but it can't feel the changes in customer behavior that signal the new opportunities. The quality judgment, it's knowing when something is really good versus when it needs refinement. AI is like a chef who doesn't know when to stop adding ingredients. It can create countless variations, but it takes human discernment to recognize what truly resonates. Authentic relationships, those are, its capacity to build genuine trust and understand what people actually need beyond what they say. AI can analyze communication patterns, but it can't form a deep connection that will drive long-term business success. So how do you become a director instead of doer? Well, stop managing tasks, start managing outcomes. If your calendar is filled with operational work, you're not leading a business, you're operating an expensive consulting practice. So in the next 3 years, AI will automate 80% of routine business tasks. Start now by focusing only on decisions that require human judgment and delegating everything else. I dedicate more time each week to analyzing top performance, not to copy their tactics, but to understand the principles behind their success. You gotta master clear communication. Exceptional leaders can distill complex situations into clear action plans. If you can't explain your business strategy in 3 sentences, it's too complicated. AI excels at handling complexity, but humans need clarity to execute effectively. Also ask yourself weekly, is my calendar getting better? Am I becoming more effective? Is AI giving me more time back? If the answer is no, you're using AI wrong. The people who thrive in the AI area won't be the ones who resist the change. They'll be the ones who embrace it early and use it to become more human, not less. Look, I know AI feels overwhelming. Trust me, I've been there, but if you follow this system, you will be ahead of 99% of people in your industry. When Netflix launched, most successful content creators weren't former TV executives. They were entrepreneurs who recognized the shift to streaming and built businesses around the new model. The same transformation is happening with the AI right now. The business owners who master these tools early, they won't just survive the change, they'll dominate their markets because of it. Don't forget to subscribe, because I'm sharing everything I learn about AI and business growth. The future belongs to the people who adapt, so make sure you're one of them.